I regret ignoring natto. 7 health benefits you need to know. That's something I'm going to talk about today, so stick around. Hi, my name is Sachiaki Takamiya, the Natto King. I am the author of Natto Unleashed and the Ikigai Diet. All right, so I regret ignoring natto is a word I often hear from people who have ignored eating natto because they didn't know about its health benefit. Yeah. So how about you? Do you regret ignoring natto, or maybe not because you don't know all those health benefits? Yeah. But in fact, natto has so many health benefits, and it's a wasteful to ignore it. It's definitely something you want it to be part of your diet. Yeah. But it's not too late. Yeah, you can always start eating natto today. Yeah, especially if you have children, they have a bright future ahead of them. And in fact, as I told you, that people who enjoy eating natto, many of them have grown up with natto, like including myself. But people in the East Japan, grew up with natto. So usually kids are more flexible to have a new diet in their a regular habit. Yeah. And but once you become adult, and then when you see natto, maybe the smells and the taste and everything kind of stops you from trying it. Therefore, I recommend that you introduce natto to your children and then help them get used to eating natto early on so that their adult life will transform completely. Yeah. So the kids can develop a new diet. It's not too late for them. And also, I say that I believe in local food. I'm a promoter of local cuisine and local food. Anyone, yeah, should eat your traditional local food. Yeah, especially if you live in Europe, such as Britain, France, Germany. Yeah, because your diet is very much ingrained with your culture, climate, and the landscape. And over the centuries, yeah, that style has developed, and then it is supposed to help your health and well-being. Yeah. However, local food has a different meaning in the new continent, such as North America or Australia, because that your diet, is from your ancestors in Europe, right? Or mostly, right? And then that is not necessarily based on your climate or your landscape. Yeah. So in a way, if you live in a new continent, you need to develop a new diet based on your climate and landscape. Yeah. But unfortunately, the diet which has developed in your culture is a kind of a commercially produced by food industry. Not it isn't based on your climate or landscape, or definitely not based on your health. Yeah. So now it is a perfect chance for you to develop a new diet based on all the scientific discoveries we have about health. Yeah. And especially if you live in a multicultural society, there isn't a single diet. Yeah, you can have a diverse diet. Yeah, taking a little bit of, from a different culture. Yeah. So once you know that natto has so many health benefits, yeah, I welcome you to incorporate natto into your new diet. Now, so to do that, you definitely need to know those 7 health benefits of natto. Number 1, it is fermented food. Yeah, just like pickles, soy sauce, miso, and so on. Now, fermented food is in limelight now. It is especially good for your gut health. Now, Stanford researchers discovered that a 10-week diet high in fermented foods boosts boosts microbiome diversity and improves immune responses. Yeah. So microbiome diversity has the following benefit. Yeah. One is enhanced immune system, as it is already stated. Yeah. And improved digestion, reduced inflammation, mental health support, weight management, enhanced nutrient production, and regulation of blood sugar. Yeah, I won't go into detail here because today I want to talk about natto, not so much about the gut health. And natto is the king of fermented foods because it is both fiber rich and protein rich. Now, there aren't many other fermented foods that are fiber rich and protein rich. Okay. Now, if you talk about fiber, sure, pickles are fiber rich, but they are short in protein. Yeah. And if you talk about soy sauce or miso, they should have a certain amount of protein because they are soybean based. Yet, miso is a paste. So the amount you consume each time is relatively small. So it's, completely different from natto in that sense. Yeah. So how about cheese? Cheese is protein rich, but it's not fiber rich. Yeah. And how about soy yogurt? Okay. That is a plant-based fermented food. Therefore, it is fiber rich as well and protein rich. But both fiber and protein, it is not as much as those of natto. From all those factors, yeah, you can say natto is definitely one of the best fermented foods you have. And if you want to incorporate fermented foods into your diet, natto must become your go-to fermented food. And then two, nattokin, super bacteria. Okay, so nattokin is a natto bacteria. Official name is Bacillus subtilis. To ferment soybeans, you need Bacillus subtilis. Yeah, but this is not an ordinary bacteria. So it's not a regular fermented food in that sense. Yeah, when it meets unfavorable conditions such as very high temperature or low temperature, yeah, it forms what is called endospores to resist it. Yeah, and therefore it is said that it can even survive the stomach acid and safely journey through to the gut. And also, nattokin is considered to be the coordinator of the gut microbiome. It can create a good balance of the microbial world in your gut. Yeah. Three, natto has an enzyme called nattokinase, and that is the blood circulation booster. Yeah. So studies show that nattokinase dissolves blood clots, which helps maintain good blood vessel structure, improved blood flow, and lower the risk of heart disease. It can also help lower your blood pressure, reducing strain on the heart that can lead to heart attacks. Now, so gut health is critical for your wellness and longevity and everything. But the other thing that is significant in your health is blood circulation. So nattokinase can boost your blood circulation. So having both, nattokin and nattokinase itself is super special about natto. Now, for sperm dye, yeah, an autophagy inducer. Have you ever heard of autophagy? If you're interested in health and longevity, you must have heard of it somewhere. And in fact, I talk a lot. I talk about it a lot in this channel too. So autophagy is the key to slowing down aging. Yeah. And when you are young, yeah, the autophagy is, you have a lot of autophagy is always activated. Yeah. Therefore, you don't need to worry too much. But once you get older, the autophagy isn't activated so much. So you need to consciously activate autophagy. And there are several ways to do it. And the common ways are fasting, exercises, heat or cold exposure. And therefore, many people practice intermittent fasting, or they, do exercises, or they, have a sauna and so on. But also, there are certain nutrients that can induce autophagy. And these are astaxanthin or sulforaphane, curcumin, resveratrol, catechin, and spermidine. Yeah? And then natto seems to contain the highest amount of spermidine among spermidine-rich foods. For example, natto contains 56.1 micrograms per gram, while miso contains 14.4, and soy sauce 12.1, and red wine 0.16. 5, vitamin K2 and bone health. Now, so one of the benefits of activating autophagy is so that you can prevent from, aging and catching certain disease. Yeah, but injuries from falling are one of the major causes of death among senior citizens. So, of course, you need to, you need to protect yourself from, disease and so on. But injuries is another thing you need to watch out. Yeah, and then there's two things which are important for you preventing from falling. One is muscle mass. Yeah, therefore you need a strength training, but also your bone density. Yeah, therefore you want to do certain exercise to build your bone density too. But there are some certain nutrient, and vitamin K2 can support your bone health. Yeah, and there are very few foods that contain vitamin K2. So I definitely want you to eat natto for this reason too. And 6, natto is a protein powerhouse. Yeah. Now, so as I already said, having a high protein can help your muscle mass, and that can help you prevent from falling. Yeah. Now, as far as protein is concerned, there are different views. Some people say that protein is absolutely essential for your longevity health. Yeah. But others say you don't need so much protein. Yeah. So, there are different opinions. But I personally believe not so much high or low, but balanced nutrition. So to have a balanced or decent amount of everything, protein, vitamins, minerals, carbs, and fat. Yeah. Some people talk about, low something or high something, but for me, the balance is the most important thing. I mean, when you look at the Blue Zone's diet, they have a balanced nutrition. Yeah, they all have a relative amount of protein, vitamin, minerals, carbs, and fat. Yeah, so you do need a decent amount of protein, right? And then natto is a great protein source. Yeah, because it contains 19 grams per 100 grams, and that is close to some of the animal-based protein sources. And if you compare it to plant-based protein sources, natto is very high. Tofu has only 8 grams, and tempeh is pretty high, 18 grams, but edamame 9 grams, lentils 9 grams, chickpeas 7 grams, kidney beans 8 grams, black beans 8 grams. So if you are vegetarian or vegan, you definitely benefit by incorporating natto into your diet. 7, skin health. Now, natto is popular among women in Japan, and partly because it is supposed to promote your skin health. First of all, vitamin K2 enhances the production of collagen, and nattokin improves the gut health, I told you, and it itself promotes skin health. And isoflavone in soybeans slows down skin aging, and protein and amino acid are crucial for skin health and regeneration. All right. So to sum up, the 7 health benefits of natto are: 1, fermented food; 2, nattokin superbacteria; 3. Nattokinase, blood circulation booster. 4. Spermidine and autophagy inducer. 5. Vitamin K2 and bone health. 6. Protein powerhouse. 7. Skin health. All right. For more information, please read my book, Natto Unleashed. And then please find a chapter called Unleashing the Health Benefits of Natto, the Fermented Food Superstar. All right. So book has health benefit, plus it's got a lot of other information, such as recipes, where to buy natto, DIY natto, navigating natto states, and natto hacking. The book is available on Amazon as Kindle and print-on-demand paperback. Okay, thank you for watching. Again, my name is Sachiaki Takamiya. I am the author of Natto Unleashed and the Ikigai Diet. If you like this video, please give me your thumb up and subscribe to my channel. And please leave your comment. Do you now regret ignoring natto? Alright, I'll see you in the next video. Live with your Ikigai!